Welcome back to the Blacked Out Podcast, y'all. Today we got Midwest Madness, and we got Griff, and I think Chad's having issues, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to join us.
He'll be up there. Chad's always popping on.
I think he sent me a text and said he may or may not be here. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, let me tell me about the mushroom heads. What's the difference?
Well, let me get a little hit and we'll get started. If I can clear this motherfucker. I mean, lots of the moonshiners are mushroom heads.
Yes, we are.
So
And we all been tripping for thanks to you. But our podcast, but what's the difference between the shrooms and the whole entire, like, what makes you sleep, what makes you puke?
Hold on, sorry. Well, I'll start off with like this. I got into the mushrooms just at about the same time I got into moonshine. That was about 3 years ago now. I've been doing them both interchangeable ever since. Once I started one, I did the other. And what makes the mushrooms really tick for me is like the mycology aspect. There's a lot of people out here doing both. Like, I'm not the only person making mushrooms or growing mushrooms and making moonshine. There's lots of us out here doing both.
Kinds, yeah.
I think what makes the mushrooms tick too is it's like you were saying before off the podcast. It is the new trend. It's the new thing, the new fad coming up right now. Yep.
It's part.
Everyone's going to start
part of the marijuana medical world. Am I right? It's not there yet, but it is eventually going to get there.
It is not there yet, and I don't even live anywhere where weed is legal at the moment, unfortunately.
Unless you're in Maine or Oregon.
Yeah, I heard that Maine or Oregon or wherever that state had slowly begun steps of legalization, if not fully legal, but not to sell, just to possess. But I'm so iffy on the law. I don't really work with it too much.
Yo, when I talk about fucking you, you're like a mad fucking scientist.
Yeah, some people say.
And a lot of people are like watching, like, okay, how do you do your dabs?
Okay, yeah, we can get into a little bit of that. So,
all right, Griff, let's stick on one. Let's just cover one and then the other. Griff, he's all over the fucking place, man. He's like dabs, mushrooms. I got a couple questions too. Before we go to dabs, let's go back to mushrooms. So, if you're watching and you don't know Midwest Madness, he's
a mad scientist.
Oh,
he plays with all kinds of shit.
My TikTok and my Instagram is Midwest Madness. My TikTok is Midwest Madness, 1 S with a 2. I'm working on rebuilding them. They both have gotten banned recently. So if you see that and you're like, this dude seems like he doesn't have a lot of followers, yeah, every account has kind of gotten banned over the past 2 weeks.
When you present happiness, it gets mad.
So right now, a lot of people are starting to grow mushrooms.
Yep.
A lot of states are going to come around and they're going to start offering them as medication. Some already do medication as antidepressants, and
that's where I was going at.
They offer supervised microdosing through psychologists in certain states. I don't know what those states are. If anybody has more information, please put it in the comments.
I was talking to Midwest on the phone before, And I said the same kind of question to him. I said, okay, Midwest,
Oh, now I can see it.
Pennsylvania is medical. Am I allowed to take shrooms?
No. No, it's the legality right now is very. Imagine it's 2010 with marijuana, right? It's so fucking. It's about to make reach, but it hasn't really touched ground yet. Everywhere is trying to make the steps right now to decriminalize, which will then take a further step, right? At this point, like PhilBilly was saying though, microdosing is a super hot, popular topic right now. There's lots of people I talk to who really enjoy it. And I think that's where the medical aspect is really going to thrive, is microdosing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little
There's
bit at a time. Teabagging.
I want to talk about the tea bags, by the way. But first, I wanted to say that there are some doctors' offices that will give you a full trip and sit and supervise you for about, however long you're on your trip. You're sitting in a psychologist's office. He gives you a medical dose of mushrooms, and you,
it's me.
Yeah, you get fucking. You end up seeing somebody that looks like that. You get scared to try and calm you down. Like, oh my god, I got fucking griffed.
So I will say though, there are reservations throughout the United States that don't have to follow the same legalities that we have to follow. So some of them are.
But if you're Griff, what are you gonna do?
They're already using this stuff, and lots of people are traveling to these reservations to try to use this legally. And I think that's what happened when, like, we keep referencing, this is going to keep coming back to marijuana because that's what this fight is. The war on drugs is all about, right? It's about.
Okay, Midwest. What I asked you before on the phone. How does the marijuana law tie in with the mushroom law?
Right now, unfortunately, nothing.
Yeah, that's just two totally separate things.
Sooner or later, could it?
That's what we're hoping for.
Well, I mean, there will be certain states that come along quicker, like probably Colorado.
But there are what? Midwest,
Michigan.
Two states that are tying into it.
There's probably a couple where I think there's one where it's legal.
I've heard rumor. Okay, so again, I would have to brush up on the legalities before I could really confidently tell you guys. But I'm telling you, I think Colorado, Maine, and California are the big three who have been pushing it right now.
Fuck the legalities of it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about those tea bags. What's up with those, man? I know a few people are fucking taking the tea bags too many. That's pretty fucking cool.
So the tea bags are just ground material, some ground dried material. Put in a tea bag, about 1.5 grams is about all you need. And you soak it in some tea, some hot water. You boil it in hot water. Let it steep for 20 minutes. I like to take a spoon then and squeeze the tea bag. And then I pull the tea bag out, throw the tea bag away, drink the tea, and in about 45 minutes, you're on your ride, buddy.
That's fucking awesome, man.
So the reason we did tea bags too is because one, it's the easiest to store. It's gonna stay for about a year or two before it really starts to lose its potency. And two, it's so easy to ship. Like, come on. Come on now.
Yeah, but also I think probably the coolest thing to the tea bags would be most people when they eat mushrooms, they hate the way they fucking taste because they're.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Midwest created the tea bag.
The tea bag I've not seen, but I won't take credit for my favorite way of consumption, the chocolate bar. That's been around for a long time now.
I can go around Pennsylvania and mention the tea bag, and they'll be thinking about I'm talking about dipping my balls in their fucking mouth. I'll be honest.
But yeah, that's my favorite way is the chocolate bar. There's something about a chocolate bar that's really easy on your stomach. I've heard a couple of my friends, Moonshine, if you guys don't know who he is, go and follow him. He's on TikTok too. He's a
Yeah,
mad
Moonshine.
scientist.
Yeah, I know that.
He broke down to me why it chemically is a little better for your stomach. The chocolate, something about the chocolate makes it easier to digest. There's also if you eat bananas. You know, some people get sick on mushrooms. That's a common
Yeah.
symptom.
The first
You
time.
can eat bananas
Hold
or
on.
chocolate.
I got a blackout story. First time I ever fucking ate fucking shrooms. It was on the 4th of fucking July. I was on top of a fucking mountain. I fucking ate them and I puked. I ate a quarter.
Yep.
I ate a quarter of fucking shrooms and I fucking puked all over. And that intensified the fucking trip.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, those fireworks? Oh, I couldn't even fucking tell you. I can't even explain. That's
I
a
will say,
verified fucking blackout fucking experience.
back in the day, most people got their mushrooms by catching them growing in cow shit.
Yes.
So
That's
they
still
made a
a
lot
common-
of people
those
fucking
are
sick
called-
just because they were
Those are
fucking
called
gross.
Liberty caps, by the way. Liberty caps.
And I ate those shrooms with pizza that was pepperoni.
So that's a common symptom. It's a really common symptom.
God damn.
God damn, I'm in the middle
I
of
ate those with
Italianville.
pizza, and they were pepperoni. He's giving
I'm
out
in the middle of
recipes.
Italianville, and I mean that fuck.
Fuck.
But
But
that's a really
Moonshine's
that's a
in the comments.
yeah, I see that. That's a super common symptom though, the nauseousness, and I experienced that a lot myself. That's why we kind of created the tea bag, and we didn't create the chocolate bar, but we follow in the footsteps of it, you know.
So the tea bag like generated from you?
My girlfriend came up with the tea bag.
Okay, I was gonna say because like I mentioned the tea bag, the people from Pennsylvania are like, "What the fuck's a tea bag?" And they're like,
Tea
"What do you
bags,
mean? You're
I
gonna get
know-
my fucking balls in your
Right.
fucking mouth?"
As far as I know, I'm serious. We didn't see that anywhere on the internet. My girlfriend came up with that. As far as I know, we're the first to do it. I could be wrong. There's people are doing
No,
everything.
you are the first one to come up with that.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
telling
there's
you that
8
right
billion
now.
people in the world. It's hard because sometimes you will come up with something, and then you'll look and you'll be like, "Well, god damn it, maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
the first." But
I mentioned
You
the
know,
tea
so
bag. I mentioned
you're
the
the
tea
first
bag to somebody in Pennsylvania,
us.
are like looking at me like with a crooked eye, like you fucking gay motherfucker.
Griff, chill.
Get a little Griff.
You're getting griffed. You're too griffed, man. Griffified. You can't talk about GAY on here, bro, like that. That's just
I'm
you're gonna piss
sorry.
off the wrong group of
I'm
people.
sorry to LKGBQYPYWY.
He's sorry. Now that you're sorry, you got to suck a dick. That's how they're gonna get you back. But okay, now that that's over with, ain't got-
Wait.
hey, we ain't got nothing against nobody in here. I'm just saying.
No,
No,
Griff's
man.
sorry.
No.
Griff's sorry.
Griff's
I'm sorry.
So Shine Monkey took a tea bag, right?
Oh.
He took a few.
He put
And then
pipe over somebody's fucking head.
oh shit. I've heard a
Yo,
couple
we had-
teabag stories.
Oh man.
I hate that. I
got
missed
mushy
it.
stories. If you want to hear a
I don't
mushy
need to mention
story,
it.
I
I
got a
don't
couple.
need to mention his name. But there's another guy. Let me get his hat. I'm not gonna mention his name.
Yeah,
Oh,
whole climb time.
816.
Yeah,
That's my
I
dude
heard
right
he
there.
got pretty
Hold on,
fucked
I
up
gotta-
too.
That's my man.
I got my shirt in today. I should have put it on.
Man, I was
There he
trying
is,
to
right
find
there.
it. There's some wax right there for y'all.
816.
Hell
That was here last weekend.
Some shit I made the other week.
Yeah, so Midwest makes a lot of his own stuff, which is he's like
I'm
the
all about
homesteader,
homemade. Yes, sir.
homesteader of drugs.
Yes, sir. But only shit that
that's-
grows naturally.
I'm gonna be honest with
Don't get it
you.
wrong.
This dude is
Don't
like
get it
87
twisted.
years old, but he only looks like he's 36.
Don't get it twisted though. It's only natural shit. You got to be able to grow it out of the ground. That's it. That's all we fuck with.
Hey man, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Dude,
I got a jar of organic moonshine in the mail earlier today.
Get a good old dad
Yo,
for
yeah.
blacked out there.
Midwest. You want me to introduce you to the best jar of moonshine you ever have?
Yes, sir.
PhilBilly, grab the popcorn.
Oh, it's in the fucking. I don't want to have to leave and go get it. I do have a bottle of popcorn Sutton's moonshine though.
Oh
It's
yeah,
good
he
shit.
does. I remember watching that live.
You have a bottle of the popcorn Suns?
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Man, if I'm ever out your way, I just want one sip.
I'll give you a sip. It cost me an arm and a fucking leg to get a hold of it, but I know a
believe
guy
it.
who used to run around. He used to run around with popcorn here and there, and he'd go up there and pick up some shit. He had 6 jars left, and I talked him out of one.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Let me
That's
tell you,
legendary.
if somebody came up to me in Pennsylvania and said,
And
"Yo, I got a jar of fucking PhilBilly moonshine fucking liquor," what would you do? Or if they came up to you, Midwest, and where you live, and they said, "I got a jar of Griff's liquor,"
Man, I would be amazed. I would buy it for
like,
twice what they wanted for, honestly, because that shit would fucking make me so excited. If
let me be honest with you. When I first started making moonshine, I went on PhilBilly's site. PhilBilly, and I'll be honest with you, fucking what's his name? Fucking still I can't. I'm fucking drunk. PhilBilly
you
and
are
still
fucking
call.
drunk, Griff. God damn it.
look at my little mushroom for my dabber.
Oh, dude, that's badass.
I
That's
got
some Mario
mushrooms,
Brothers
man.
shit
If you
right
walk
there,
around
dude.
you walk around my house, I got mushrooms all over the place, man. Hold on, let me grab this other one. Look at this one I found at the Dollar Tree.
Windsong. Well, where the fuck Windsong been?
Look at this fucker. We had to have him.
Holy
Oh,
fuck
hell
that!
yeah.
Oh,
We got shit like that all over the place, man.
My old
All
lady's
right.
little sister had that birthday
Dude.
party. Did you see that cake? That was pretty cool.
oh, that was cool as shit. That was.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Phil, but I was watching the other podcast the other night. Did you ever make that mead?
Which one?
You
The
were
one with the
talking
blood
about.
orange that I was talking about?
Yep.
Not yet. I've been trying to get. I've figured out what else I want to put in it, and I need to get it. I want to do a black currant or currant. I don't know how to fucking say it, but you know what I'm saying. A black currant. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some black currant jam. I got the blood oranges, and then I'm gonna put some cinnamon and some other spices in it. But I haven't started it.
I got the answer to your bacon.
What's that? I was wondering about that too.
You cut out the fat, fry it till it becomes fucking rock hard. Then you crush it where there's no fucking fat grease.
Yeah, it'll be less. And I'm sure I could do it. And I wouldn't even care if there was some fat. It wouldn't carry over. It would just.
It wouldn't carry over.
It's just nasty to deal with.
Because you're crushing it into the fucking mash. There's no fat in it.
I feel like you still have
someone's
potential you still have potential to pull fats off, even if you in your final distillate.
Yeah, there'll be oil on top, but there's ways around that.
Yeah,
and then you can take that oil off.
You rack it.
Yeah, exactly. You can take that shit off.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Have I distilled the jalapeno wine?" I have not. I still
heard
have a
someone
couple
say something
bottles
about
of it.
LSD too. Oh, make THC gummies.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back on subject.
Me and
Oh my
PhilBilly came on a comp the other day on our podcast. The other day, you gotta watch it.
Let's get back
We're
on
all
subject.
about bacon, man.
I hear someone saying
We
about,
are challenging a moonshine
Griff.
community to come out with a bacon fucking thing.
Yeah, I'd just
someone
rather
talking
somebody
about-
do it so I didn't have to.
about gummies and stuff like that because I have a lot of experience in that too. So we can talk about all that kind of stuff. I saw someone say LSD in here too earlier. We can talk about that too.
Oh,
Somebody said make THC gummies.
Okay, so gummies. I've been doing gummies for a couple years now too. And honestly, gummies have been the best locally. If I'm gonna choose my words very wisely here, and the easiest way to do gummies, man, is to get extracts. So you take extracts and you decarboxylate them,
I
and
got a
then
question.
you add those into whatever you want.
What
Yes.
is the difference between the shrooms that makes you puke and not make you puke?
I think they just affect everybody differently, Griff.
No, there's two different kind of shrooms.
Well, okay, so you can take them, in my personal opinion, if you grind them up into a fine powder, into like you take a food processor with some dried stuff, you grind that up to a really fine powder. What you can do with that fine powder then is add lemon juice on top of that. And then after that, you can take all your shit, cheesecloth it, strain it after it sits for about 20 minutes, and then just drink that lemon juice. And that's what's also been really good for my stomach.
But what's the names? What's the names of the two fucking difference that makes you puke and not makes you puke?
Every strain will make you puke, man. If you take enough of any strain, it will make you sick. Because your body, it's just like alcohol. You take enough alcohol, you'll get sick. It's a poison, right? It's not.
But there's not two different
naturally.
strains.
There's a lot of different strains. No,
Yeah.
you're right about that. There's hundreds and hundreds of different strains. I'm actually working on creating my own right now. All you do is you take genetics, clone them on agar. Do you guys want to see some agar plates?
If you don't want to, man, don't do it if you don't want to.
No, those I can show you. I got no problem showing you those. So what you do is you take your agar plates, and an agar is just like a gelatin medium for mycelium to grow in. And you make that out of agar powder, light wheat malt extract, and a little bit of yeast is what actually my preferred recipe is. So stuff I use for distilling.
Like moonshine.
Yep, comes right on over. Let me get a plate here that's got some good growth on it. Here we go. This one's got some really nice growth on it. So this was off a mushy I was really big and I really liked the growth on, but this is what
oh my god, that looks like a vagina when you fucking first put it up.
So all that is right there is what I told you, and a little tiny piece of sterile mushroom that was still living and still is, as you can see, it's still growing inside of here. And then I'll take this, I'll transfer it into another agar plate to make sure everything's clean and has no contaminants on it. And then after that, I'll put that into a grain, just like for moonshine. I prefer oats. Some people use popcorn. Some people use birdseed.
Oats
some
and wheat. Oats and wheat
grain
makes it
you can
smooth.
use really millet, really any grain you would want.
Oats and wheat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always got told oats and wheat make everything
I
smooth.
see a lot of people using Uncle Ben's rice.
Yeah.
That's a really popular one right now, and I'll give you my opinion about that one because I've used it. I have used that quite a few times, and I've had a little bit of success and a whole lot of fuckery. Those bags contain wet rot. The grain inside there is hydrated too much most of the time for the mushrooms to actually take hold. So usually contamination will kill the mycelium before you can get a good grow. So if you're gonna do it, man,
it's kind of like
It's a good start. Okay.
You're
But
about you're about the back process, not the forward process.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's plenty of ways too. Like we take you can take mason jars and you can modify these and cook grain in here and then inoculate all of your grain inside of here. There's lots of people on here on TikTok and YouTube who can show
I can
this.
make a lot of griffified motherfuckers.
Fucking so I think it's really cool that mushrooms and growing mushrooms is starting to trend. A lot more people are getting into it. It's not against the law.
And the question that I got against all that is, what is the difference?
Come on.
Well, no, hold on. This is a good question. This is a good question.
You're cutting us both off, man.
What is the difference between the marijuana law and the shrooms?
Man,
we're not the government, bro.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. What is the difference between the marijuana law and the shrooms? What's the difference?
Two different Schedule 1
narcotics. Marijuana is legal and mushrooms are illegal.
No, not in certain states. Drugs. Not in certain states.
Go Google it. I don't know. None of us knows.
The madman knows down here, and that's why I'm asking that question.
I'll tell you what. That marijuana and distilling liquor is still federally illegal. So
yeah, they're all.
You can take that with a grain of salt. Everything's federally illegal. It just depends what your local legislation wants to crack down on.
I mean, bestiality is still illegal, but you still got motherfuckers fucking horses.
Exactly. There's still videos out there, right?
Like you surf the internet long enough, you'll find some crazy shit.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that was part of the question. Like,
yeah, I was saying that I think it's really cool that it's trending and that people are growing it, and that it's not illegal to have spores. It's not illegal to mail spores.
No.
If you go over on my Instagram, we can get you
spores. It's part of it.
We can get you spores, completely legal to send out. On my Instagram, Midwest Madness, we sell spores for everyone to get there started. Any questions you have mycology related, man, shoot me a text. I check all of my Instagram messages. I respond to all of them. I've helped a lot of people get going in this journey, man. And that's all I want to see is just people keep going, man. I want everyone to do it and no one to have to get it from anyone. Man, everyone should be able to do it like Moonshine, man. Do it yourself. Just like the edibles and everything else, man. There's a way to just do it yourself.
Yeah.
When it came to Moonshine, if it wasn't for TikTok or YouTube or any of that shit, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I mean? Like PhilBilly. Hold on, let me point this way. PhilBilly. How many recipes I fucking copied off this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like
I think it's.
I'll tell you that straight out. Midwest.
I love the Discord channel that you started. I love the fact that there's so many outlaws.
And actually, we are going on that after here because of this. Oh, I'm tired of Griff not drinking liquor. Here I come.
Yeah, man, the outlaw community will forever be strong. I mean, there's lots of guys like
we love each other,
we
man.
Don't want to go.
We do.
Yeah, and we don't want to go legal. We really don't. We want to be a little community. I would love to see legislation make it legal for everyone to do.
I go on at lunch. There's Midwest on my lunch break. Hey, how you doing, Midwest?
Hold on now, Griff.
Like, or PhilBilly or anybody, or like or 816. You want a hat? I forgot. I got to up sway. 816.
What the? I think his phone's fucked up. Griff,
Whoa.
get out of here, dude. He might have to go out and come back in.
What I was saying was, I would love to see local legislations and federally just cut the bullshit. Federally, everything just needs to be legal at this point. There's no reason marijuana shouldn't be legal for everyone to. I have a lot of benefits from marijuana. From my ADHD is I have really bad ADHD, man. So I make a lot of my stuff at home because the legalities aren't very good here. So you have to go out of the way to do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he's back, but his shit ain't loaded. There he goes. All right. Are you there?
There you go.
All right. Somebody said they want to see you dance. So you got to fucking dance, Griff.
What do you want?
Oh, you do better than
I
that.
need music,
You do
man.
fucking better than that.
I need music.
You got music in your head.
All right.
Oh shit. Oh, give it to him, Griff. Give it to him. Are you guys satisfied with that in the comments?
I think that should be, man. I'm more than happy.
I want to see Griff puke now. Talking about
Come on,
puking up
Discord,
mushrooms.
baby.
I mean, it can't get much.
I'm ready to go with all the shiners tonight. I'm ready to go.
There you go. All right, so I think it's awesome. I think that there's a lot of guys in that group on the Discord that do a lot of different things. Like I'm not big on
It's
doing
a
a lot of this
shame
shit.
that we got to go private like that. It
Yeah.
really is.
Hold on, Griff.
it's a
Hold on.
shame.
Gotta let people talk, bro.
I'm sorry.
So like I don't really get high every fucking day or smoke a lot of dope, but
Yeah.
I still went out of my way to learn how to make gummies because I think that's fucking badass.
What kind of way were you making them? Because there's a few different ways. I was just curious.
We use coconut oil and we decarbed. We took an ounce, we decarbed it in the oven. We use coconut oil and we have one of those.
Smoke it up.
Chong from Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong fucking sponsors this this thing. And we put it all in this thing with coconut oil. And then once we got that, that's our oil. We made orange jello on the stove. And
Yeah.
we did that with there's this shit. What's it called?
This is what he's talking about, y'all. This is a coconut can of oil.
Yep. That's what we made. And then we mixed it with orange jello. And then we put it in these little gummy trays. They look like ice trays. Yeah. They were like little pot plants. We sprayed them with Pam so they wouldn't stick. Yep. And then we put them in there. We kind of put them in the fridge. And then
we're talking about 1990 shit.
But didn't freeze them all the way. This wasn't too long. I made a video about it, but YouTube made it to where adults only could watch the video. And most people that are on YouTube are still adults, but they're not logged in. They don't have age verification. So that video didn't get as many views as it normally would have.
Yeah. And that's what sucks about views and likes and.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it. I've lost on TikTok. I've lost hundreds of thousands of views and thousands and thousands and thousands of likes because
Midwest. I wish I would have met you like 10 years ago. If I would have met you 10 years ago.
Oh man, I wasn't doing what I was doing 10 years ago. I was in fucking grade school, brother.
He's not old enough to be doing it 10 years ago.
And that's another thing I want to talk about is I'm one of the younger guys out here doing it, and I see a lot of younger guys out here doing it. And there's two different ways that guys are still doing it. There's guys like me. I'm new school, 100%. And I love to see the guys who are still going old school and started off stills like I did, and they're still pasting together stills like when I still first started, and they're still running like that because their dad taught them to run like that, and their granddad taught them to run like that, and that shit's cool as fuck to see still, too. I love both of the young ways going both ways, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you've come a long way for as young as you are, as far as
Oh, yeah.
learning and doing things
With the
on your own.
mask.
I mean,
I gotta go wee with.
there's certain there's certain people that certain types of people that get into stuff where they, you know, they're like, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to make this crazy ass shit. And there's people that are like, I just don't give a fuck. I'm gonna sit here and chill. and it's people like us. I mean, like, it's your moonshiners and your people that make edibles and grow from home or grow in the woods.
Exactly.
No matter what, you're still doing it. We're still the same types of people. It's all the same thing to me. I really, I don't eat shrooms, but I would love to grow some. However, I would have to do that from a different location. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
and like it's just like a lot of states don't care, and a lot of states will really crack down on you. So for a lot of people, it's not worth the risk, and I totally understand that, man. That is something that it's like I love to teach people, but a lot of people are like, man, I would love to just.
But think about it.
Acquire some.
What we all do is worth the risk.
Oh yeah, it's worth the risk. Because think about it. Back in the day, you know, our grandfathers were doing the same thing with moonshine when it was they were really cracking down on it. You know, they were just wanted to spread the love in a way, teach everyone, get everyone a jar.
You know, back in those days, it was just about making $1 to feed your family a fucking good meal. You know what I mean? Like, and the government cracked down on that, and it's like, are you fucking serious? I'm just trying to fucking feed my daughter a fucking.
Bro, they full on outlawed alcohol throughout the whole country from what, 1920 to 1927? Was it 7 years? Who knows how long prohibition
was? The drug war, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was the start of the drug war right there.
Yeah, right. I think it was either 1927 or 1932 where they they did away with that stupid ass law, outlaw alcohol.
But yeah, there are still dry counties out there, like there's still dry counties where you can't sell alcohol.
Yeah, that's bugging me now. I used to know that.
There's North Carolina, the Graham County.
Honey?
Graham County's a fucking dry county.
Jars of bug.
The dry county thing is what made it. It's what made bootleggers exist. It was like a guy drove a county over, got a truckload of alcohol, brought it back, and then at 2 a.m, the motherfuckers wanting to get drunk still. They go to the bootlegger's house. I lived in Dry County in South Carolina, and there was bootleggers that you'd go up to their house and you buy a 40 ounce of beer. It's not illegal beer. They didn't make the beer.
But that's what they call a fucking trap house.
That's
what they call a trap house.
Well, we call it a bootlegger.
Is liquor like locally legal to distill in your guys' state?
No. In Pennsylvania, yeah, as long as it's through the government and wine and spirits.
Oh, you mean on the state level?
No, I mean no. Home brewing.
Distilling. I gotta pay. No. I gotta pay like $15,000 to get my home brewing license in Pennsylvania. I can have a still, a copper still, whatever, to fucking distill water. Or essential oils.
What are you doing?
But I cannot distill fucking liquor.
Griff.
I'm telling you the straight out truth.
Your face is not on the video no more, Griff.
You don't want to believe me? All right, I understand.
We're
I'm
looking
trying
at
to show
your
the
chin,
truth.
bro.
I can distill water. I can distill water. I can distill essential oils, but I cannot distill alcohol in Pennsylvania. Look it up. I'll
Griff,
fucking tell you.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Fix your camera, motherfucker. Fuck. God damn it. Fix your camera. We're looking at your damn neck. There you go.
She's in the baking camera just eating chocolate.
All right. There we go.
I can distill alcohol. No, I cannot distill alcohol, but I can distill water and I can distill essential oils in Pennsylvania. Do a copper still.
You can't do it. No, most states, you're not allowed. It's illegal. There's like 2 states. It's just like mushrooms. There's like 2 states where you're allowed to distill
Look it
alcohol.
up.
However, where I live, there's a bill, and I hope it gets passed. And if it gets
Someone
fucking
said
passed,
prohibition was 13 years, by the way.
yeah. I just looked it up. It ended in 1933. I was wrong. I said it was either 27 or 32. It's fucking 33. So December 5th.
We're just sitting here talking this shit.
Yeah, it's the same here in Wisconsin, Jim. You can make beer and wine here in Wisconsin. It's a certain number of gallons. Like me and my girlfriend can have a certain number of gallons in the house per person, but still distilling is not legal. It's still.
Yeah, it's the same way. It's about that way on most states. You can make beer, you can make wine.
Yeah,
you can make
that's any state. That's any
1,000
state.
gallons of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To buy a home license, to buy a home liquor license in Pennsylvania, it costs about like maybe about $25,000. But to get a fucking to get a fucking home to get $2,500, I mean. But to get a liquor distill license, that's totally different.
Yeah, there's a
There's a difference between home distilling and liquor. Like,
you're not allowed to home distill ever here. You have to buy a business storefront. It has to be a storefront. It has to be zoned to business, and you have to have running water and a drain. Those are the stipulations.
Yeah,
and
I don't
know
that here, but.
And why spend all that money when you're not going to get busted when you're only making 5 gallons? To spend when you're going to be in the woods making 150 gallons. I don't know. Think about it.
For distilling, though.
Yeah.
To get a license,
I mean,
I don't know.
It takes a lot to start a distillery. It takes a lot. I mean, who's going to buy your
how much
shit?
You making? How much are you seriously in the backwoods fucking making 150 fucking gallons? Why the fuck are you on YouTube?
Nobody drinks. You got to come up with something good. So you either have to have bourbon, and that takes a lot of money because you have to age it for years, or you got to make mixed drinks, and you got to have a bar inside your distillery. That's where the money's at. The money ain't in fucking corn liquor. I'll tell you that right now. Nobody is like, give me a shot of corn liquor.
If you're buying fucking liquor from a fucking shot house, dude, he's running that shit hot as fuck, and you're fucking drinking hot as fucking liquor. You ain't getting good liquor.
What they do is they mix it and they make, strawberry.
No, but you're right, PhilBilly. No one's going to the bar and asking for a corn shot. That's if you're a moonshiner, yeah. But you still, as a moonshiner, you don't want to go to the bar and buy a legal corn shot.
No. I don't know. I wouldn't fucking buy that.
I want to know what
you gotta be like
by one of my buddies, and I want to see the Yeah.
That orange creamsicle, that's where it's at. Shit like that. That's why I make liquor.
Man, that shit is. By the way, you're the one who came up with that, right?
I'm not the original one, no, but no? I'm the one who mainstreamed it and made it popular. I got a million views on that shit.
That shit was so. I know. I saw it. It was either you and a couple of people made like a spin-off like you did, making the recipe. And dude, I made that shit, and it was so fucking good. Still one of my
Midwest,
favorite recipes. Still
you
a
don't
hit
know me.
everywhere.
You don't know me, and I come up to you on the street and say, "Hey, let's take a fucking shot of this." What are you gonna do?
Me, I'm gonna drink that motherfucker.
I'm either gonna fucking do it, wake up in a bathtub missing a kidney.
Man, that's the
What
same with
I
me.
drank last night.
If I gave you a
remember
piece of
nothing.
chocolate, would you eat it?
Oh, no.
There ain't no PhilBilly sticker behind me. There ain't no Griffified sticker behind me. It's just a straight up take a shot of this. It's Griffified.
Yeah. Griff,
Take a
I
shot
get
of
it
it.
all the time.
Speaking of
All
that,
the
I got
time.
stickers finally coming out. If you check on my TikTok, I got a new logo. It's kind of appearing. I just like gave a sneak peek. It's my new one. The full one is going to be in all the stickers. I owe like 100 people, including you two, fucking stickers. So when those come out, I'll make a video and I'll be sending out stickers like crazy.
Hell yeah, I'd love to have a Midwest sticker. I got 2 envelopes. I haven't opened them yet, but they're both from Blount. I think he forgot, and I do the same thing. I think he forgot, and he sent me stickers twice.
Wait, for
Oh no shit, PhilBilly. I got Paperboy. You know Paperboy were out.
Yeah, paper
He gave me
route.
this sticker. Yeah, he sent me this sticker like 3 times already.
Hell yeah, dude! I do the same thing. I'll send them,
I'm
and
sorry,
then someone
Paper
will
Power. I
send
love you.
back, and then I
I
send
know
them
I
again.
live an hour away. I love you.
These comments are fucking awesome, dude. Some dude said I'll take a heroic dose of chocolate.
Eddie Cockadoo!
Oh shit!
Speaking
I got
of that,
my buddy.
let's talk about some blackout stories, man. And I'll involve mushrooms. I'll tell you the
hold
first
on.
time I took
Hold on.
mushrooms.
Midwest, we want to hear about your blackout stories.
Yeah, I got a couple, man. I got a couple. I saved a couple up, man, because I got a couple. So
You've been
I'll start
warming up
with
for months
the first
now.
time
You
mushrooms
better
about
give us
that.
a good one.
So the first time I took mushrooms was with my still to this day best friend. And we at the time were into a lot of LSD. Back in high school, it was really popular. It was easy to get. I don't know what it was. It was everywhere, right? So we had a buddy and we acquired some mushrooms. And we thought that 3.5 grams would be a good starting dose. If you don't know,
Only 3.5 grams
is called a heroic dose. That is something that even psychonauts rarely do. If you don't know what a psychonaut is, that's someone who takes, like me, who has done pretty much every psychedelic. I still don't do 3.5 grams ever. So I decided that would be a good starting dose for me, right? Me and my buddy dropped these mushrooms were bigger than my fucking hand. These caps were this fucking thick. We had to cut the caps in half. They looked like pieces of white marshmallows. Like, and then we took these and we just chewed on them. And if you've never like dried mushrooms, the taste and the texture is kind of undescribable.
Yeah, it's one of a kind.
Horse shit, dried horse shit. It's kind of what it tastes like. It's
Yeah.
not a good taste. Usually, why we put it in tea bags and chocolates to try to not taste.
If you puke, you're gonna fucking enhance.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because every time I puked, man, rainbows started just all around me, man. I'm serious. Once you get sick is when you trip. But once we dropped these things, we ate them, we chewed them, they're nasty, you know. About an hour and a half kicked in, and I had the most intense visuals that I've ever had still to my life. I looked at my hand one point, and my fingers looked
Jesus Christ, you just gave me a visual of my last effect.
And they looked like they were braiding themselves. At one point, I laid down on the ground, chest on the ground on my carpet, feet up and hands in the air, going like this, thinking I was a mushroom growing. So you can think about like a 16-year-old fucking kid all geeked out of his mind on fucking shrooms. And that's what started this journey, man. I'm serious. That trip right there.
Howler freaked the fuck out.
Me and my buddy thought we were on the mothership. We grabbed each other and we said, "We're here. We're communicating. Do you hear them?" And we could hear like auditory visuals, and it sounded like alien spaceships, like beeping, like a sci-fi movie, you know, like beep beep. And we both heard it at the same time.
Fuck
to this
yeah.
day, we
Fucking
still
awesome.
have that visual.
Jesus Christ, I can't even stand up straight. I'm like, hell yeah.
So that's one of the that's a shroom blackout story for you.
Let me tell you, the first time I ever, like, probably the one and only time I ate shrooms was like a quarter of shrooms. It was on the 4th of July. I fucking ate them, and me and one other dude ate them, and the rest, everybody else was drinking whatever.
Ooh, MDMA, crystal.
Dude, I fucking puked. I'll be honest with you, I fucking ate these, and within like 10 minutes, I fucking puked all the fuck over. And it fucking enhanced this fucking trip like you wouldn't fucking believe. I can't even explain to you how this fucking bowling alley was going on. It was like, it was the 4th of July, fireworks going off everywhere. I'm on top of a fucking mountain watching this shit. Oh.
How about you, PhilBilly?
a-
You ever done mushrooms back in the day?
No, I got a lot of buddies that are always trying to push them on me though, man. They're always like,
I'll be honest with you, PhilBilly, man. Like,
on.
I wish I could relive that fucking
You
moment.
just eat the morels,
I
right?
wish I could relive that moment. Like, even after the puking, and just relive
Man,
that.
I freak out
intense,
sometimes,
and
man.
it was like, holy fuck. It was like, oh. You want to talk about being griffified? That was the best I ever been griffified.
I'd probably kill some people. I'm not. I start freaking out sometimes.
They're not for everybody. It's not, and I tell everyone that, man. It's not something.
You got to think the
positive
out of everything.
Just like drinking, not everyone likes to drink. It's the same thing, man.
I'll be honest with you, like, dude, like, if you see me drinking, like, obviously you guys see me drinking, and I pop right off the camera right there and then. That's because my daughter's yelling at me because I'm drinking. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got a question. I got a buddy, and he recently started growing them. I know I've talked about him before.
Yeah.
He started out in the bag, and then he graduated to a tub. So now he's growing his second batch. His first batch was Pearly Gates. Second batch.
Nice. I heard Pearly Gates.
Second batch is Jedi Mindfuck.
Yep. That's another popular one.
I never heard of that.
And he keeps getting them, and they're still wet. And he always, and I got a buddy who's like, he's not a grower, but he's a doer. You know what I mean? Like,
is he getting them when they're dry? Like, is he drying them?
Well, he dries them and then he eats them. He microdoses quite often, and sometimes he'll take a full dose.
He's a test subject.
But he'll always have one that's all got all that liquidy on it, and he's all like, "Look at that motherfucker!" Showed us pictures, and he's like, "I wonder, if I ate it wet, how it would,
Ooh, I have a great answer to that question. So, you can absolutely eat them wet, but the only thing is, you would really have to do a lot of research, because most of the dosage ever researched, because you have to remember, there's no actual real research, it's all through forums and stuff, has showed dried weights. So you would be kind of opening a new door, if you know what I mean. You would have to figure out what wet weights work for certain strains.
I am your father.
It would work. It would totally, you could eat it. And you would probably have to eat 3 times as much, because dried, you have about 80% less, because mushrooms hold about 80% water. Just like weed, when you dry it, it holds about 80% water. You'll lose about 80% of your weight. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I think like maybe he's just gonna have to man up and eat the wet one.
Man, that would be a
Let us
slimy,
know, motherfucker.
that'd be a slimy pill to swallow.
Isn't
I'll
there
tell you
two
what.
different words
Let us
between
know.
puking? Isn't there a poison between when you puke and not puke?
So I've had trips with both. You know, some trips I get sick and some I don't. And I really think it breaks down to what you ate the day
But there's a
before.
name.
The day
There's a
coming up
name.
to.
There's a name for it.
Oh, I'm not
I
familiar
guess
with
it's
the
just
name.
like
Of
coughing when you're
the poison that makes you puke and the poison that doesn't make you puke.
Yeah, there is actually, there's chemical. Some people got into that and they figured out like how to neutralize. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name offhand of the chemical, but that's what I was talking about before when people use bananas and when I said like lemon, that's what people are trying to do to neutralize that chemical and not make them sick.
There's a poison. There's a poison that makes you sick.
It's called muscarinic acid. Muscarinic acid.
If my boy's Moonshine's in here still, he can fucking tell us too. He knows.
There's a poison that doesn't make
that's
you
sick. That's from my buddy Chuck Norris Gun Club. Also,
Chuck Norris in the house.
Yeah, Chuck Norris Gun Club. Some Tyler Richardson.
Oh yeah, there
said,
you go. See, there you go, right there. There's the answer for you, Griff.
Midwest said, or no, he said Tyler Richardson said he wanted to ask you. He said, "Have you had any experience preparing amanita? Amanita?
Muscara. I have not really experimented with Anamina muscara. It's something I want to get into. It's a hard mushroom to cultivate indoors. I believe he's talking about the ones in the correct me if I'm wrong. In the comments, the ones with the red caps and the white top, the white polka dots all over.
I believe, yeah, that's it. Because I looked those up not too long ago.
I've heard they're extremely hard to cultivate indoors, but I have a buddy on TikTok who eats them, and he says at a certain dose they're a very good sleeping medication. But anything over that, you can overdo it and go into like a trip. But he says at a certain dry dose, it's almost like Ambien. He takes it for his natural sleep medication. So there's a little fun little research about that. But as far as I know, you can't cultivate it indoors. I've never seen it growing wild in my experience. I would love to. I would love to take a sport print. If I saw one, I would take a sport print immediately and try to cultivate it.
All right, y'all. I'm about ready to die. Not me personally, but I'm gonna have to hop on my phone.
Yeah, me too. Alchemist, psychedelics is like a whole science.
Are we gonna go to Discord, Last Man Stand?
I think after later.
You're definitely not. You're not making it tonight, Griff.
I don't know if you're gonna make it.
You started.
PhilBilly. These guys said I cannot drink. They said that they told me, "Oh, you're always drinking beer. You can't drink liquor." I'm on a mission tonight.
Griff. Fucking.
I'm on a mission tonight. I'm gonna slam all these motherfuckers. I'm gonna slam all these motherfuckers.
Don't let them talk shit,
you drink beer. You can't drink liquor. You can't do. So here I come.
So what's the winner get? What's the winner get tonight? Gets to pick out their prize every week. Like I said, if you're in there, you just call me up. I text you. I figure out who the winner is because sometimes I usually don't make it till the end.
No, Griff is on a mission tonight, man.
So I have a moderator or two who stick around to see like who makes it to the end, and they let me know.
They don't stick around till 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm still going.
If you're on the night till 6 o'clock, man, it's all yours.
But I'm dead ass serious. Like they don't stick around. Like me and Joe were at 6 o'clock in the morning one fucking night. No, we got disqualified.
So if you're watching and you don't know about the Discord group, there's a Discord group, and there is
it's private, by the way, too. It's not like a public.
It's private. But there's a thing every Friday where people see who could get the drunkest and last the longest. And,
Griffify is going the longest tonight.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
am.
prove
Chuck.
all these motherfuckers. Oh, because you drink beer and I drink
everyone
moonshine. You can't last
everyone
long.
gets to win a.
Okay,
everyone
well
gets
here
to
I
win a
come.
prize. Everyone gets to win a prize then, and the only rule is you can't win 2 times in a row. I mean,
I want to know the rules. I want to know the rules, Midwest, because I left for 1 second because my phone discorded me and I got disqualified.
Griff's gonna be.
And I went to 6 o'clock in the morning.
All right, let's get back on subject here. We got a few more things we can talk about. We got wax. We can talk about some extracts, some processes for that, gummies. What else you guys got questions about in the comments too?
So you ever make your own vape?
Yep. Okay.
I
I've done
know
those
everybody's
before.
making wax.
Yep, I've done those.
See, what would be hard is to figure out the dosage, the amount of milligrams. I mean, I guess there's a way to figure it out.
It's easier. Yeah, there's a formula for it. It's just like fucking math class, right? There is a formula out there that's pretty simple. If you stick to it and you know the milligrams are starting off with dry, you can then, because at least where I live, you can't really test anything, know what I mean, for milligrams and stuff. So you have to know generally what you're working with dry. Like usually our stuff's 20 to 17% THC dried. And then you take that, you'll get about 70%. I'm using all rough numbers here, 70%. So, if you take that formula, you can then take 28 carts out of an ounce of extract and just boop, 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 lay them out in a row and fill them all up.
That motherfucker's gonna fall asleep.
How do you remove butane? Okay, that's a great
You're
question.
going to sleep, Griff.
Okay, in the comments,
Yeah, how do you remove butane?
Okay, so commonly you're gonna use a big glass tube. Some people use other ways to fill with dried material, and then you're gonna press. If you go on my TikTok, you can watch the process. I have it all posted there. You're gonna press all of that through the tube, and that's gonna fall into a dish, and you're gonna have a literal puddle of butane. I would never recommend doing this inside.
How much you get out of how much you get out of like a single, like, should I say, batch?
It all depends.
Finish the butane thing.
Once you have that big pool of butane, you should really do this outside. Like I said before, butane evaporates at a very low temperature. I think it's 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Correct? I could be wrong. So once you get on like a warm plate,
butane boils off at 134 degrees.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I'll tell you that for a fact.
And then once you got all that, you kind of have like a pool of liquid. It looks like brown shit. You can be done at that point. But what I do is then, PhilBilly, you'll like this. I have a Beaver vacuum chamber to then remove the rest of my butane out of my product and turn it into like a gold. Where did my sheet go? A gold, piece of wax. Because the butane is the hardest part to get out. It will evaporate at room temp.
That's why when everybody goes outside to light a cigarette with a butane lighter and it doesn't fucking light when it's cold out, that's because it's below temperature.
So the extraction process he's talking about is BHO. That's butane hash oil.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ways to extract. It's not a very common way anymore. There's a lot more popular ways, especially with heat pressing. That has become a lot more prevalent because you don't have to use a solvent. Everyone's about no solvents anymore. In my opinion, as long as you do it right, you can pretty much take out 99.9% of the solvents.
Oh yeah. Like a lot of people don't realize boiling points.
Yep.
There's
That's a
so many
big thing you
different
gotta get
boiling
into.
points. Like there's boiling points like
Fucking comments. Yeah, a vacuum chamber. Hold on, I'll get one out. We're all about educating
hold
people.
on.
Oh yeah, the thing about Michigan, somebody said Michigan's legal.
The
Yes, it's
higher the
legal in Michigan.
elevation, the higher the elevation, the higher the boiling point goes.
Okay. So this is your actual vacuum pump right here. It's from Weber, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah.
And then here's
You
your
should have
actual
said something.
chamber.
Would have got one for free. Yeah,
So
that's
right
cool
here
as
is
fuck.
the
Man.
pressure, how you let oxygen in.
You
and
gotta-
this is how you open your chamber.
You got a video using that, right?
Yeah, go over to my TikTok. You can watch
Yeah,
the whole
I
process.
seen-
This is something I
I seen
can't
a
show on
video of
TikTok.
you using it.
This is the tube you would pack with your per se dry herb, and you'd fill that up, and then you would take this end, you'd put a filter on here, whatever micron filter you choose. I choose just a regular coffee. Some people get more fancy, and then you literally blast. I use about 3 cans per this tube when it's full into a big glass Pyrex dish.
So that a thing about TikTok and all these places is you make videos of doing this shit and they ban you immediately. Like
Yeah.
I made that video on
It's
TikTok
because
of me making those
they
gummies.
like showing people a good time.
I had a gummy video where I made some THC gummies.
I seen that one.
And TikTok deleted it immediately. They didn't delete it. They made it to where no one could see it, and they put a thing over it and told me like, "This is not appropriate."
PhilBilly, I've been watching your videos for like the past fucking 7 years, like constantly, all the time. And I've seen your videos get kicked off. I've seen your videos.
Yeah, a lot of them get fucked up, but that's a bad thing about that's stopping the movement that you guys are going through right now.
Yeah.
As far as growing shrooms, making dabs, making anything THC related.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you, PhilBilly. The best video I ever seen was you in your backyard was making a batch of fucking corn liquor.
Hell yeah. I love corn liquor.
You know what I
man.
mean? Like that was the best fucking
YouTube videos of you.
I'll be honest with you. Like
when you're like
that's what got me going. You know what I mean?
Here comes this big ugly motherfucker.
You and still in the clear. You and still in the clear. You know what I mean? Like,
let me get a good fuck. I'm gonna take a nice stab here.
Sleep well rested. Just message me tomorrow afternoon and we'll talk shop about still stuff.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone here know how to make crack? I do, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
I actually have no fucking idea. I'm serious.
If you want to know, if you want a good still, you talk to fucking PhilBilly. If you want some liquor, talk to me in Midwest, PhilBilly, one of us.
All right, let me get a fucking record dab in here for the podcast. I told everyone I was going to do this in my Discord. I was going to do a fat worm. Gotta
What are you fucking lighting a match?
Let's roll this.
Oh, look at that! That is the fucking 1962 fucking earwax right there.
Uncle Jesse's sour mash. Hell yeah, brother.
All right.
Look at that shit. Holy
big
fuck!
Old fucking dab.
That is like the fifth time you ever smoked. That's like the first time you ever fucking scraped your pipe.
Yeah,
it looks like somebody with an STD in their earwax. That dark, bro.
It's Mary fucking
it's
Jane
that dark.
Right
you got syphilis in your brain.
That's another thing about extracting is that darkness is actually the lipids and the chlorophyll you're pulling from the plant material. So that's another cool part of extra. There's a whole science behind how to get really light, how to get dark wax, you know.
Hell yeah.
Don't mind me.
I think Griff froze up.
Griff passed out.
Yeah, he's gonna be puking and snoring on Discord, bro. Ain't nobody gonna get a word in though. He's gonna talk over the whole goddamn room all fucking night. But I'm gonna pop in and out. I got some shit I gotta do with the fam, but I'm gonna pop in and out and check on him. Yeah, he got booted. His kid probably straight co-jacked him for her phone bag or whatever he's using. Griff got beat up by his kid. Got some root bark.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to get this a lot more lighter. I see comments. There's ways to take a lot more of this color out and stuff, but then you're also working. The more color you, depending on the material you're working with, a lot of the time the more color you pull out, the more terpenes you pull out. And terpenes don't exactly mean flavor, but for the most of the time they do. So you're gonna pull a lot of flavor. The more, just like with moonshine, the more you filter it, a lot more flavor you're gonna pull out. And I'm very new to the extracting process. I will not say I'm a fucking genius, or I've learned most of the stuff from people in my Discord. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Discord's badass, dude. I like both of them. I got two of them. I got your Discord and Shu's Discord. They're both I hop back and forth between them. But I have to say, I usually chat more in yours, especially in the mornings. Everybody's on in the mornings.
Hell yeah, that's when I always get off of work, so I'm drinking.
Send an invite.
Cheers.
Sleep well rested wants an invite. Message me, I'll send you an invite. What's the over? Butterbean said, "What's the over under on how long before Griff passes out on Discord?"
I give him
who wants to take a bet whether he pukes or not? Did you guys know he puked on TikTok not too long ago?
No, I did not.
I didn't get to see it, but I heard about it. I guess he was on TikTok and just fucking puked all down his fucking front of him. Then just wiped it off. I was like, yeah. I was like,
no,
I wish I'd have seen it. Yeah, I puked all over himself on TikTok.
I got a buddy like that back in high school. He used to do that same shit. Here's another blackout story. All right, let's get into it. I didn't even think about this story until you said that. One time I threw a party at my mom's house in high school. Bunch of fucking underage kids getting fucked up. My best friend at the time, he's been known to be a puker. He's a puke rallier, right? He'll puke and he'll keep drinking. Right?
That's me, dude.
Yep. One night got really fucked up, and I was in the kitchen at the time with a couple of my other buddies. I'm not gonna say what we're doing, but we were doing something away from the party, and a bunch of girls come running into the kitchen, like screaming and running to the bathroom. And then one girl comes in and he goes, "He just puked on her." And my buddy puked full on this fucking chick, all the way down her fucking front and all.
Nice. Oh shit! My buddy Mike. I won't say
his name. I don't want to throw him under the bus.
My buddy had a 25th birthday, right? So I had a buddy that stayed in this high rise. It's like this high rise apartment complex. And since you lived there, you could rent the basement out. The basement was like a bar, fucking TVs, a pool table. So we rented that, threw a party for my buddy, was getting fucked up. We walked over he lived right downtown. There's a place called the Oregon District, which is like, it's like you know all the bars on was it Brown Street in New Orleans? It's like a mini version of that, where it's just bar after bar after bar. The whole fucking street is just a bunch of bars, and you just
like
walk from
Wisconsin
one
everywhere.
to the other. And it's a road made out of old red bricks. Like the whole road is red bricks, and you just get drunk out there on the fucking sidewalk. You go from bar to bar. Anyways, we're in this bar. I think it's called Sloopy's. They had this bar. It was the first one on the corner. It was called Sloopy's. And this dude come and bought us a shot called the Three Wise Men.
Oh,
and
no.
It was the nastiest shot ever, dude.
No.
It was three kinds of nasty.
Do you know what the Three Wise Men is? I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's tequila, whiskey, and what's the last one? Scotch?
Yeah, all three of them
mixed together in a shot glass.
Yeah, they're all like Johnny, Jack, and something else. Fucking Jose. Johnny, Jack, and Jose. All three mixed together. And it was the worst. And I took a drink. It was a big fucking, it was like a goddamn cauldron of it. I took it and I was like, right? They had these big blue trash cans. Hell yeah. So I just there was all these people dancing, right? And I was just like, right into this big blue trash can. And all these people were dancing like, yeah. And they looked at me because I was right behind him, just ralphing in this big blue drum. And they're all like, God damn. And I grabbed my buddy's beer out of his hand and I just I had to wash that. You know, I had to wash the puke down, man.
Yeah.
I fucking puked in the can.
Get that taste out of your mouth.
I took his beer and I slammed his beer and he's like, you can have that beer now. I was like, oh, thanks, man. He didn't want that beer back, but yeah, man, the rest of the night I got fuckered up. People were looking at me like, you just puked, dude.
Yeah, that was my buddy.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he was the same way, man. He was just he'd puke and he'd turn around and he'd be like, hold on. All right, what were you saying? He'd be like, dude, what the fuck? And he would do this all the time. Like, it wasn't once. It was fucking all the time. It was fucking hilarious. And we love it. We loved him for it, man. It was like a party trick.
Triple X said it's time for Fucked Up Friday, Midwest. All right, y'all. I guess we'll get off here and I'll pop into Discord here in a little bit, check on you guys.
Hell yeah.
I'm not
what happened
I'm
to
not
Griff?
gonna get he's probably over on Discord. He's probably charging his phone or something.
Oh, all right. All right, man. I just want to say I appreciate the time to talk, man. A lot. Super sweet opportunity.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you were on. I'm sorry Griff was like talking over you the entire time. He does that when he's drunk. We try and keep him sober on the podcast, but tonight he was excited. Like that motherfucker started drinking at probably 3:00 today. But,
hey man, it's Fucked Up Friday.
That's what he said when he called me earlier. He said,
"That's what he said when he called me."
What are you doing? It's Fucked Up Friday, and I was like, "Bitch, you're making an excuse to be drunk already. What the fuck?"
All right,
brother. Oh shit. All right, brother. We'll see you later. See you guys. I'll see you guys over at the Discord.